hours of questioning for Nicola Sturgeon.
Do you know, when I heard it on the radio, it was one of those jaw-dropping. Even though we all knew it was almost inevitable, because she was the third signatory on those accounts which are disputed him from 2021.
Why do we think she was actually arrested rather than simply brought in for questioning?
Because
it's a big difference, isn't it?
Well, look, her husband is chief executive. She was First Minister for 8 years, incredibly controlling First Minister. And there's a lot of evidence that when critics of the finances not being very transparent, she shut them down. She and her husband run the SNP.
You get arrested, you get read your rights, you know, anything you say taken down, used against you, blah, anything you don't say, all that. That's the level of questioning. But it was said when she quit, this was one of the reasons she was going. Because
she denied that.
She did deny. Maybe it's taken her by surprise. But the downfall of Nicola Sturgeon so rapidly and far, and she's denying, protesting her innocence, denying any involvement.
She says she's done nothing wrong.
Absolutely incredible. It's almost, well, it is faster than Johnson's downfall, but you've had two figures who a few years ago were very dominant in British politics. And now...
Two of the most effective communicators, most effective campaigners, hugely popular as individuals.
First Minister for 8 years and has still her popularity. She's still, by a mile, the most popular politician.
The other jaw-dropping sort of fact here is that she was questioned for 7 hours.
Amazing.
I mean, that is a very, very long police interview. I mean, there must have been breaks, I suppose. But a 7-hour interview.
And it's all over £600,000 that was raised for a second referendum. The second referendum never happened. Where did the money go? These are questions that her and her husband have to answer.
Well, the wheels aren't just coming off the motorhome. It's a wider movement issue.
And of course, she had plans, hopes to become a major figure, perhaps in the United Nations. That's all on the back burner.
Well, the SNP have said that the motorhome was purchased as a campaign bus, but of course it was parked outside a family member's home. And that's the mother-in-law. That's the fog of suspicion that hangs over that.
I've never taxed her.
I don't think her mother-in-law, who's in her 90s, was going to get behind the wheel and start campaigning in that motorhome somehow.
Scotland's First Minister Hamza Yousaf is facing calls to suspend Nicola Sturgeon from the SNP after she was arrested and then released as part of an investigation into the party's finances. Miss Sturgeon, who was questioned by police for around 7 hours on Sunday, has insisted beyond doubt that she is innocent of any wrongdoing. Let's go to our correspondent Juliet Dunlop, who's in Glasgow outside the former First Minister's home. This arrest was the third in connection with these financial irregularity questions, Juliet.
Yes, morning, Ranview, that's right. 3 high-profile arrests in as many months. You may recall that back in April, Nicola Sturgeon's husband, Peter Murrell, the party's former chief executive, was taken in for questioning. A few weeks later, the party's treasurer was taken into custody. Both were released without charge. But yesterday, in a shocking, if not entirely surprising development, it was the turn of Nicola Sturgeon. The woman who once led Scotland was arrested by arrangement. It is just the latest twist in a drama that has rocked the SNP and leaves the party and its new leader in a very difficult position.
I know it might seem sudden.
Scotland's longest-serving First Minister announcing her shock departure back in February, which she said was not linked to the ongoing police investigation into her party's funding and finances. But on Sunday, another shock, as she was questioned as part of that very operation. Calling her arrest deeply distressing, Nicola Sturgeon said, "I know beyond doubt that I am in fact innocent of any wrongdoing." At issue here, £600,000 of donations made to the SNP between 2016 and 2019 to go towards a future independence referendum. SNP accounts show that by the end of 2019, there was less than 97,000 left. Now opposition parties want Nicola Sturgeon's successor, Hamza Yousaf, to take action.
Perhaps suspending her for the party pending this investigation would be the normal course of events and something that you should have done some time ago.
The home Nicola Sturgeon shares with her husband in Glasgow's already been searched by police, even as they prepare their report to hand over to Scotland's Public Prosecution Service. She says she'll soon be back representing her constituents at Holyrood. Juliet Dunlop, Good Morning Britain.